Are you stuck in Jalingo late at night? Need a safe and reliable ride fast? Introducing Supercab, Jalingo's trusted ride-hailing service from anywhere in the city. We will pick you up right at your doorstep. Book a ride in seconds. Safe, fast and affordable. Visit www.supercab.com.ng or download the Supercab app today. Supercab, your ride, your way.
When a tanker bearing fuel falls or an underground pipe bearing fuel bursts, what do? Scooping fuel in your bucket or running far away from impending fire? You have a few seconds to take the wisest decision. Walk away? No, that is not enough. Shift? No, that is not enough. Stay there and gist and take shots with your phone? That is madness. Run. Yes, run away. Yes, your life depends on your action. The flames come suddenly, unexpected but uncontrollable. Why? Fuel is highly inflammable. Why? It just requires a spark to set off a ravaging inferno. So, don't stay there to think. Storm away to live. Do not throw away your life in anguish for meaningless fuel siphoning. Be advised.
Good evening, viewers. I'm Bridget James, welcoming you to news at 9 p.m. on SOM TV. This broadcast is coming to you live from Jalingo. This is the pulse of the nation. We bring only the stories that matter. Stay with us on Facebook at SOM TV and YouTube at SOM TV Live. Here are tonight's major headlines. Presidency announced that President Bola Tinubu will meet soon with U.S. President Donald Trump to address allegations of Christian genocide in Nigeria. The Vice President of the National Youth Council of Nigeria, Ojo Bright Aniefe, condemned Trump's comments suggesting possible military action, calling them provocative and reminiscent of old CIA tactics. The FCT Police Command intensified its crackdown on criminals across Abuja. On international news, Iran has pledged to reconstruct its nuclear facilities following recent strike by Israel and the United States. Business news. Former IPMAN National Operations Controller Mike Osatuyi pressed President Tinubu's 15% import duty on petrol and diesel. Entertainment news. The National Drug Law Enforcement Agency has arrested 20-year-old Afrobeat artist God Power George Asayarun, known as Steady Boy. Sport news. Oyo State Governor Seyi Makinde and his daughter Feyi have completed the Brussels Half Marathon in Belgium. And now the news in full. The presidency announced that President Bola Tinubu will meet soon with U.S. President Donald Trump to address allegations of Christian genocide in Nigeria. Presidential aide Daniel Bualo said the meeting will focus on counter-terrorism and clarifying misconceptions about terrorist attack. This follows Trump's recent threats of military action and suspension of aid over alleged Christian persecution, a claim Nigeria has strongly denied. Presidential aide Bayo Onanuga said Tinubu has taken proactive measures ahead of Trump's labeling of Nigerians as a country of particular concern. Onanuga noted Tinubu's directive to service chiefs to be decisive and proactive against emerging threats showed foresight. He quoted Tinubu urging military innovations, technology deployment, and patriotic zeal to safeguard national peace and security. Former NNPP presidential candidate Rabiu Kwankwaso cautioned the U.S. against threatening Nigeria following Trump's designation of it as a country of particular concern. Kwankwaso urged the U.S. to provide advanced technology to combat insecurity rather than take action, worsening tension. He emphasized that Nigerian security challenges cut across religion, ethnicity, and politics, advocating diplomatic engagement, unity, and the appointment of special envoys and permanent ambassadors to strengthen relations. The Vice President of the National Youth Council of Nigeria, Ojo Bright Enyefe, condemned Trump's comments suggesting possible military action, calling them provocative and reminiscent of old CIA tactics. He cited negative outcome of U.S. intervention in Afghanistan and Libya, urging respect for Nigerians' sovereignty. Enyefe called on the federal government to summon the U.S. ambassador and reaffirm NYCN's commitment to defending national integrity, stressing unity amid global political tension. The Lagos chapter of the APC condemned opposition figures allegedly supporting Trump's Christian genocide claim. APC spokesperson Sheyi Aladejo described them as politically frustrated loudspeaker and traitors to the flag. The party warned against foreign interference, urging Nigerians to reject calls for U.S. military action, emphasizing that President Tinubu remains focused on stabilizing the economy and restoring national security. Nigeria rejects Trump's designation as a country of particular concern over alleged Christian persecution, describing the claim as false and politically motivated. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs says Nigerians of all faiths coexist peacefully. Information Minister Mohammed Idris, he stressed terrorism affects all citizens equally. Presidential aide Bayo Onanuga reaffirmed Nigerians' religious harmony, while Tinubu reinstated commitment to protecting freedom of worship. Reverend John Joseph Hayab, chairman of CAN in 19 northern states, clarified Trump's remark on Nigerians' insecurity. He said they should not be viewed as threats, but as called to eliminate terrorists. Hayab urged government action to end killings and religious persecution and proposed a commission for religious freedom to safeguard citizens' rights and promote peaceful coexistence. The FCT Police Command intensified its crackdown on criminals across Abuja, deploying tactical and surveillance teams to comb strategic areas. Police Pro SP Josephine Ade said CP Mila Dantawaye directed operatives from the state CID, Mobile Police Force, and counter-terrorism units to collaborate in a special cleanup operation from November 2025 to January 2026. Residents were urged to report suspicious activities to ensure lasting peace. The police in Akwa Ibom State arrested Owen Umana, leader of the Ekpo masquerade group, for alleged extortion, assault, and blocking public roads. Another individual, David Michael, was apprehended while preparing to parade in masquerade regalia. Both suspects were armed with weapons including spears, machetes, and sticks. They have been charged to court following investigations. The Imo State Police Command denied claims that terror suspect Magnus Ejogu, allegedly and IPOB ESN sponsor, was tortured to death in custody. Spokesperson Henry Okoye confirmed Ejogu fell ill on October 23, 2025, and died despite medical attention at a police clinic and the Federal University Teaching Hospital, Owerri. The police stressed all action compliant with professional ethics and due process, and an autopsy will determine the precise medical cause of death. The People's Democratic Party faces a major internal crisis with mutual suspension, legal battles, and accusations among top members. Former Governor Sule Lamido threatened court action over the alleged imposition of Kabiru Turaki as chairman, while FCT Minister Nyesom Wike accused PDP governors of sidelining him. The National Working Committee suspended 4 key officials, prompting a rival Wike-backed function to suspend acting chairman Umar Damagun. The Federal High Court halted the 2025 convention. The coalition of APC youth in Sokoto State urged Governor Dr. Ahmed Aliu to seek re-election in 2027, pressing his leadership as transformative, inclusive, and people-centered. The group cited his achievements in infrastructure, workers, welfare, security, and support for religious and educational institutions, pledging to purchase his nomination forms and support initiatives that promote peace, development, and unity across the state. Nasarawa State Governor Abdullahi Sule, APC National Chairman Dr. Nataiwe Yewada, and other leaders attended the funeral of former Deputy Governor Solomon Ewuga at the Evangelical Reformed Church of Christ, Alushe. Speakers praised Ewuga's commitment to public service, urging unity among political actors. Family members highlighted his contributions to social justice and state development. Ewuga, 70, died on September 23, 2025, in Cairo, leaving a legacy of dedication to his community and the Egong nation. The Nigerian Education Loan Fund reported 1 million applications within 2 years for its student loan scheme under Tinubu's Renewed Hope agenda. Over 116 billion naira has been disbursed to students in universities, polytechnics, and College of Education for tuition and upkeep. NEL Fund Managing Director Akintunde Sawyer says the milestone demonstrates visionary leadership and growing trust in the initiative, reaffirming the fund's commitment to equitable and transparent access to education financing. The Cross River State Government, in partnership with the World Bank's Project Hope Education, launched a teacher training program to improve English and mathematics proficiency in primary schools. Commissioner for Education Professor Stephen O'Day said the initiative supports Governor Basi Otu's People's First agenda. Reform includes uniform calendars, anti-bullying policies, and also 2 billion naira for a Nigerian Canadian international school to enhance learning outcome. Achoka Africa completed a year-long professional training for 102 teachers in Lagos under the Change Maker Teachers Activation Program. The initiative equipped educators with 21st century skills for fostering innovation and problem-solving among students. During graduation, 100 new teachers joined the second cohort, supported by Adumar's Pijert. The project promotes change-making education and calls for sustained corporate and community support for long-term impact. Former Sokoto Governor and Senator Aminu Waziri Tambuwal announced a 20.3 million naira support package for 203 young women entrepreneurs in Sokoto. Each participant would receive 100,000 naira to expand their businesses. Tambuwal praised the women for resilience and creativity, highlighting that the initiative started during his governorship and continues to foster economic empowerment and inclusive growth in the state. The House of Representatives is reviewing the National Integrated Rural Development Bill 2025. aim at reducing rural poverty and improving livelihoods in agrarian communities, sponsored by Marcus Onobun. The bill proposed a daily wage of 3,500 naira for unskilled rural laborers and the creation of a national integrated rural development agency. 1/3 of jobs will be reserved for women, focusing on agriculture, infrastructure, and social services. Governor Abba Kefas of Taraba State ordered the temporary closure of a disputed Jumad mosque in Donga after clashes between Muslim sects left 2 dead. Plans include building 3 new mosques for fairness and harmony. Religious and community leaders commended the intervention and pledged commitment to peace. The federal government handed over completion of key federal roads in Abia State to the state government under President Tinubu's partnership model to fast-track infrastructure delivery. Minister of Works David Umahi listed roads including Owerri, Omuaka, Onegbo, Umuahia, and Umuahia Ikot Ekpene. Umuahia praised Governor Alex Oti leadership, while Oti described the collaboration as people-centered and development-driven. A petrol tanker failed and caught fire at Ogene Junction on Sapele Road, Edo State, reportedly due to poor road condition. Residents kept a safe distance, and the Edo State Fire Service responded after traffic delays. The incident highlights the danger posed by potholes along Sapele Road. Previously, the Federal Road Safety Corps reported 8 deaths on Benin Auchi Road caused by brake failure on a descending truck. The Rivers State government cleared a 2.7 million naira hospital bill for infant Miracle and his grandmother, held for 13 months after their mother's death. The hospital had reduced the initial 6 million naira demand and agreed to repayment planned. Commissioner for Health, Adiz Ore, he said state intervention eased the family's burden, enabling Miracle's return home, supported by Governor Siminalai Fubara. Kaduna State Governor Uba Sani approved 34 new appointments across boards and parastatals, and also advisory positions to strengthen governance and service delivery. Appointees cover education, vocational training, media, agriculture, and environmental sectors. Sani urged them to serve diligently, noting their selection reflect his administration inclusive and merit-based governance approach. The federal government entered a 10.2 million euro partnership with the European Union and France to strengthen local pharmaceutical production under the Global Gateway Initiative. The project's quality uplifts for advancing local industry in medicine standards, aim to boost Nigerians' medicine manufacturing, improve health access, modernize laboratories, and promote innovation, job creation, and gender equity in biomanufacturing. The World Bank will review Nigerians' request for a $1 billion development policy financing loan on December 16th under the Nigerian Action for Investment and Job Acceleration Initiative. The facility is split between a $500 million IDA credit and a $500 million IBRD loan, aiming to boost private sector growth, create jobs, and accelerate economic reform. Funds will be disbursed in 2 tranches upon meeting policy milestone. The World Bank Mission 300, in partnership with the African Development Bank, has connected 32 million Africans to electricity, aiming to reach 300 million by 2030. In Nigeria, the DARES program targets over 17.5 million people through solar home system. mini-grids, and diesel generator replacements. The initiative boosts clean energy access, job creation, and private investment while addressing infrastructure gaps, supporting the continent's push towards universal, affordable, and reliable electricity. The Socio-Economic Rights and Accountability Project filed a lawsuit against Senate President Godswill Akpabio and House Speaker Tajuddin Abbas over alleged failure to investigate claims that lawmakers pay up to 3 million naira to sponsor bills. The suit seeks court orders to compel referral of allegations to anti-corruption agencies and protection of whistleblowers. Ibrahim Ayo, who revealed the bribe for bill practice, stressing it undermined Nigerians' democratic rights. Stay tuned. Some of the most exciting stories are just around the corner. After this brief commercial break, every update is one you won't want to miss. Please don't go away.
In today's digital age, staying ahead of the curve is crucial for success. Turabo Business School is committed to empowering the next generation of leaders with the skills they need to thrive. We present to you our special computer training exclusively designed for SS3 and JSS3 graduates. Our comprehensive program covers a wide range of topics, including Microsoft Word, master the art of document creation and editing, unlock the power of data analysis and visualization, Microsoft Access, learn to manage and analyze database, Microsoft PowerPoint, create stunning presentations that captivate audiences, graphic design using CorelDRAW, unleash your creativity and design skills, Photoshop, enhance your image editing skills and create stunning visuals, programming using web design, build dynamic websites and web applications, database development, learn to design and manage databases, UI/UX design, create user-friendly and intuitive interfaces. At the Turabo Business School, we believe in creating world-class entrepreneurs and professionals. Our experienced instructors will guide you every step of the way, providing you with hands-on training and mentorship. Don't miss this opportunity to gain a competitive edge. Contact us today to learn more about our program and register for the next session. Call 080-6026-9140, 070-6342-8464, or 090-1010-8844 between 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. Mondays to Fridays. Turabo Business School, creating world-class entrepreneurs and professionals. Join us today and unlock your full potential. Turabo Business School, opposite Civil Service Commission, Hamarua Way, Jalingo, Turabo State. Empower yourself with the skills of the future. Register now.
Welcome back. We are glad you're still here with us. On the international news, Iran has pledged to reconstruct its nuclear facilities following recent strike by Israel and the United States. Officials stated that the attack would not deter the country's nuclear ambition, promising stronger and more resilient sides. The announcement comes amidst heightened regional tension, with Tehran warning that its nuclear program will continue despite foreign military intervention, signaling a potential escalation in the ongoing conflict over its atomic development. Elsewhere in Africa, the Djibouti's parliament has unanimously removed the presidential age limit, clearing the path for President Ismail Omar Guelleh. 77, to seek a sixth term in power since 1999. Guela's move comes amidst limited political opposition and restricted press freedom. Lawmakers said the change ensured national stability in the volatile Horn of African region. Guela's last election in 2021 saw him win with 97% of votes, with his party holding a parliamentary majority. In business news, former IPMAN National Operations Controller Mike Osatuyi pressed President Tinubu's 15% import duty on petrol and diesel, saying it will protect local refineries, encourage modular refinery operators, and attract investors. He highlighted Dangote Refinery's capacity and upcoming projects, noting the policy supports national energy security, job creation, and foreign exchange savings. Osatuyi urged fair pricing, warned against abuse, and applauded the Naira-based crude purchase directive as a step towards stabilizing the sector. On entertainment news, the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency has arrested 20-year-old Afrobeat artist Godspower George, known as Steady Boy, for attempting to receive 77.2 kilograms of cannabis concealed in bat top imported from the U.S. via DHL. His manager remains at large. NDLEA also discovered a colors production lab in Isolo, Lagos, operated by Stephen Kelechi Imo, seizing chemicals and freshly cooked synthetic cannabis. Sport news. Oyo State Governor Seyi Makinde and his daughter Feyi have completed the Brussels Half Marathon in Belgium, finishing the 21.1-kilometer race in 3 hours and 2 minutes. They're sharing photos and X. Makinde described the course as his toughest yet due to its hilly terrain, noting it was about 10 minutes slower than his previous record. The governor expressed joy running alongside his daughter in the annual international event. That concludes today's broadcast. To recap, the presidency announced that President Bola Tinubu would soon meet with U.S. President Donald Trump to address allegations of Christian genocide in Nigeria, while the Vice President of the National Youth Council of Nigeria, Ojo Bright Anyafe, condemned Trump's provocative comments suggesting possible military action. Locally, the FCT Police Command has intensified its crackdown on criminals across Abuja. On the international front, Iran has pledged to reconstruct its nuclear facilities following recent strike by Israel and the United States. In business news, former IPMAN National Operation Controller Mike Osatuyi pressed President Tinubu's 15% import duty on petrol and diesel. In entertainment, the NDLEA arrested 20-year-old Afrobeat artist Steady Boy for attempting to import cannabis. In sport, Oyo State Governor Seyi Makinde and his daughter Feyi completed the Brussels Half Marathon in Belgium. Thank you for staying with us today, and we look forward to bringing you more updates in our next broadcast. I remain Bridget James. Do have a wonderful night rest. Goodbye.
When a tanker bearing fuel falls or an underground pipe bearing fuel bursts, what do? Scooping fuel in your bucket or running far away from impending fire? You have a few seconds to take the wisest decision. Walk away? No, that is not enough. Shift? No, that is not enough. Stay there and gist and take shots with your phone? That is madness. Run. Yes, run away. Yes, your life depends on your action. The flames come suddenly, Unexpected, but uncontrollable. Why? Fuel is highly inflammable. Why? It just requires a spark to set off a ravaging inferno. So, don't stay there to think. Storm away to live. Do not throw away your life in anguish for meaningless fuel siphoning.